Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this video. Okay, I have to like calm myself down so I can actually get this done. Hello, welcome. My name is Landy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. Obviously, you're new here because it's my first video, but thank you for being here. My YouTube channel is about everything art, fashion, and travel related. I'm so excited to finally be here and be dropping my first video. And it's gonna be about fashion, but all the other stuff are gonna come. In my professional life, I work in real estate development. I have a background in architecture and design, as well as urban and regional planning. My work currently is concentrated in real estate development and specifically low-income housing development. But outside of all of that, I love to explore just a whole bunch of creative facets and practice my creative skill, whether that's art, photography, making stuff. I'm very crafty, so there will be like a lot of crafty videos. I'm also very into fashion. I've loved fashion from a very young age, and I've recently started to step into sharing a lot of fashion and styling videos, mostly on my Instagram, but you'll start to see them on here as well. I'm probably going to use my YouTube when it comes to fashion, mostly to give a little bit more information and go more in depth about anything I'm learning, like fashion related, whether that's styling, new brands you can shop at, doing hauls, making pieces myself and stuff like that. When it comes to traveling, I love to explore the world. I love adventures. It honestly is a huge part of what fuels me and just like feeds my soul. I love learning about different cultures. Like, I am the girl who travels, and I will read up on the history before I go there. I will go to museums. I might do a tour. I love stepping outside of the touristy area. I've gone to places where I made friends with locals and ended up hanging out with the locals for the rest of the trip. I've been invited to parties by locals because I made friends with somebody who worked at the resort, and they ended up taking me to like a carnival, things like that. But I am so excited to be here. As you can obviously tell, I'm gonna stop yapping now and get into my first video, which is a haul of some pieces that I recently got from Naked. It's spelled N-A-K-D, so it's Naked without the E. They've honestly become one of my favorite brands to shop at in this period of my life, of being in my early 30s, because I just feel like they just really get a lot of things when it comes to both having variety but also meeting my personal aesthetic and having a lot of things that I want to have in my wardrobe so that I can play around with them. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we even got here and me purchasing these things and doing this haul. So last year, I decided to stop shopping for, initially it was supposed to be about 6 months, but I think it ended up being 7 because technically I started in June and I ended in December, and that's 7 months and not 6, but I stopped shopping in June. How this came about is over the past couple of years, like my late 20s, getting dressed for me started to feel very mundane. I don't know why. I think maybe it's because like coming out of the pandemic and not having to dress up a lot. When it was time to be back outside again, I didn't really have that same excitement I used to have pre-pandemic to get dressed and like explore, have fun with my closet. I didn't know what happened to me, and I did not like the place that I was. I didn't like the fact that I wasn't playing in my closet anymore. I didn't like the relationship with myself that I had anymore. I was like, I don't like this place. Like, it feels like it doesn't feel good. So I wanted to change it. In the process of me trying to get out of that funk, I started to just like buy new stuff every time I needed to go somewhere, but that wasn't really achieving the goal. Just buying something new to feel like I was putting something on, but I wasn't actually styling myself. So I wasn't actually feeling as fulfilled because I wasn't feeling like I was being creative with my closet and with the pieces that I had. So what I did is I completely stopped shopping so that I can restrict myself to what I had, so I could push myself to style myself. And when I tell you this process of pushing myself in order to reignite that passion, it has completely changed my mindset, my entire relationship with myself, and how I care for myself, and the way that I show up for myself, and the way that I present myself. Like, all of that excitement and passion came back. But on top of that, I don't think I'm actually changing my style. I think I'm just really taking it to the next step. I think I've always been unique in my own way, so I don't think I'm actually changing that. I'm taking it to the next step. I feel like I'm getting back to an important part of me that I value, that I love, that I appreciate. It's been so special to experience, which is why I want to share a little bit about my journey, as well as the things that I've learned with all of you who might be in your early 30s and maybe you're trying to figure out where to shop these days. You're trying to elevate or change up your style. You don't know how to do it. You don't know where to shop. You don't know where to start. So here's the first thing I learned. You can't make room for new stuff when you're still trying to hold on to all of the old stuff. If you're trying to change up or elevate your style, you have to let go of things in your closet that have run their course. Things you're not wearing anymore for whatever reason, it doesn't fit, your taste has changed, or you just don't want it anymore. Like, I'm not talking about getting rid of like things that, you know, clothes for special occasions or those like unique timeless pieces. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the day-to-day stuff that has just been sitting in your closet for God knows how long and you do not wear it. You know what I'm talking about. I feel like for people who are on this journey of like trying to figure it out, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, hold my hand, hold my hand. You have to let it go. I didn't have a particular way of going about letting things go. I kind of just did it little by little. And I think I did 5 solid rounds of literally going through my closet, my drawer, and just pulling out all of the things that I knew I either wasn't wearing or my style was this like 5 years ago, or all the things that I felt like were more like trendy purchases and I actually just didn't really want in my closet long term. I did about 5 big rounds of like removing things. And then after that, I continued, you know, whenever something new would catch my eye, like 1 or 2 things here and there, I would just like pull them out. The first few rounds were actually pretty easy because I was just ready to push and like move forward. So that first one, I literally just went at it and I was just like, yup. Second one, I was like, yes, that one, yep. Haven't worn that in a very long time. Don't actually really want to keep it because I know I'm not gonna wear it. But by the time I got, I think, to maybe around 4 or 5, is really when it got hard because I had to ask myself some really tough questions and be extremely honest with myself. For example, I had pieces in my closet that knew that at some point I know I didn't like how this looked on me. Even though I thought it was cute, I still kept them around. Those are the moments, those are some of the moments I had to have and literally say out loud, but you don't wear this. Again, I'm not talking about your gowns, your special occasion fit, unique timeless pieces where it's like, you know, you pull those things out when you gotta pop out, right? Talking about the things that are sitting there, you don't wear it, your style has changed, it's just sitting there, you just don't want it anymore. Look at yourself in the mirror and be brutally honest with yourself. Be careful though to not get rid of things that you actually need and you actually want, or that are just, for example, you're gonna wear that in the fall, you're just not wearing it because it's the summertime. But I still got rid of like winter stuff, even though my first big removal happened in the summer. I got rid of like a lot of winter things, but again, those are winter things that I literally don't even wear in the winter because my style has changed and I am not using it. So give it to somebody who will. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Letting go of just the things that I know just didn't fit my style anymore really helped me take a step back. Taking that step back created the opportunity for me to both physically and mentally create space for me to think about what I actually want and the ways that I want to be intentional about anything new that I am bringing in moving forward. So that's my first tip. You can't make room for new when you're holding on to all of the old stuff. Doesn't sound like a life lesson? And this is what I mean by the complete mind shift, because the things I learned through this process have quite literally then translated to applying in my life when it comes to just anything at all, like relationships, career. All right, so I'm done yapping and I'm now gonna let you guys enjoy this little haul of some new pieces that I recently added to my closet from Naked Fashion. And I'll be going through them and also styling them for you guys so you guys can actually see how I'm styling the new stuff that I have. Hopefully this has been helpful to you and will help inspire you and guide you if you're on this journey and you're in your 30s or you're another age. Like, honestly, I think this could help anybody, but hopefully it inspires you and it helps you on this journey of trying to figure out how to elevate your style for the current season in your life. Thank you so much for watching, and now here's the rest of the video.